Canadian passenger says she's here for 2 days to attend a wedding, but Customs and Border Protection officers are not convinced she's telling the truth.
She doesn't know anything about the wedding guest, she doesn't know anything about Sydney, so the answers that she's giving us to the questions we're asking are far from satisfactory. On top of that, we've had a number of good, positive readings for cocaine on her boots.
The shoe's 45 grams heavier. On one shoe, the left one, and that's what he's getting the readings of.
Now here's the thing. We've examined your boots and we've had 3 positive readings for cocaine on your boots, okay? I believe the officers have told you that. Have those boots been in your possession the whole time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, they've been sitting there for the longest time. Like, the last time I used it was
Last time
at a club,
Yeah.
car show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On the X-ray, officers detect some inconsistencies in her unusually high platform boots.
It's different here compared to that shoe looks. It doesn't look the same.
We've got pretty poor story for your travel. 3 really good cocaine readings and 1 boot's heavier than the other. What do you think?
An Australian Air Force surveillance aircraft is leaving to patrol the Northern Economic Exclusion Zone that divides Australian and Indonesian waters.
It's a massive area. Basically, any of the northern approaches to the Australian coastline, it's all the way from the eastern side of Cape York right across to way north of Broome and the northwestern approaches and anything in between. Generally speaking, it's going to be illegal fishing, perhaps illegal boat people trying to make it to the Australian mainland, claim refugee status, but generally speaking for us, it's illegal fishing.
We're around Hibernia Reef, over.
It's not long into the flight when the crew receive a call from the HMAS Childers on patrol near Hibernia Reef about a suspicious sighting that needs urgent aerial investigation.
It's Yankee 93, roger. There's another couple of Type 2s to the north on the bank, and that's where we are, in fact.
We just received some intelligence on the possibility of illegal fishing up near Hibernia Reef. So we're just proceeding north now, best speed, to investigate that contact and see what's going on.
Copy 2 Type 3s. We're about 10 mics back. We'll pass SITREP in 15, over. Closing, low and fast, over.
A woman and her 3 companions have arrived at Sydney's immigration with business visas, and they claim to run a major shoe company in Vietnam.
We found some documentation that sort of indicates that she may be here for business purposes. So I'm about to go in and ask her what the documentation is for and to get more information about what she's here in Australia for.
Officer Essence needs to be sure she really is here on business.
So, Miss Pham, can you tell me why you have come to Australia today?
Em đi sang Úc, bên em có công ty này đi sang Úc.
Australia by my company.
Yes.
On a marketing purpose to find out any clients who are interested in our product.
So who actually owns the company?
Em là chủ tịch hội đồng quản trị.
I am chairperson of the management board.
Thế mà công ty của bên em về công nhân có 2.000 người.
Employed 2,000 employees.
And the other passengers that traveled with you today, what is their role in the company?
Phạm Dương Thanh Tùng là phó giám đốc ạ.
Deputy director and another name is another deputy director and lady she is general accountant.
Okay.
If she really is a company chairperson on a marketing trip, immigration would expect her to fit a certain business profile.
The evidence that supports that is, I guess, the lack of frequent travel in her passport. Also, in the passenger's personal affairs, there's no laptop or a BlackBerry or those sorts of tools. Her inability to communicate in English is also indicative of the fact that she's not really a business person of that level.
Now, we've examined those boots carefully. And we have discovered some inconsistencies. These boots, have they ever been out of your possession?
Well, they're Steph's boots, but she gave them to me to borrow.
When?
Surprisingly, the woman who gave her the boots has arrived on a different flight and is being questioned by officers at the other end of the terminal.
She's come through Vancouver. Our lady here has come through LA. So the fact that they're apparently travelling together but yet on completely separate aircraft, that in itself begs the question, why?
The friend says she's here for the same wedding.
You know, your sister's friend who's getting married, have you met her before?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She just said, I'm going to a wedding, just come down.
When did she say that to you?
It was like a month and a half ago maybe, and then so we talked about it, we're like, okay, let's go.
Meanwhile, officers are taking a closer look at the platform boots.
We have weighed them and there's a 45-gram difference, but the boots themselves are massive, so that 45 grams is possibly neither here nor there. But the cocaine readings are significant and have to be explored.
Radars 1 and 2 should be the Frisco 168 and the Orient Express.
The Australian Air Force has spotted 2 fishing vessels suspected of illegally poaching from Hibernia Reef in our northern waters.
I've got 4 people.
He's not allowed to be south of this line. After that, we check out what he's doing, but if he's south of the line, we're going to go and check him out and report him.
The aircraft's sophisticated surveillance equipment captures footage of the boats. The crew will then analyse the images.
Looking through the customs book, it looks like these vessels may be shark boats.
Yeah, I had that suspicion when I looked at it as well.
That looks like one of the vessels with the blue tarp.
Yeah, cert that one.
Second
Closest
vessel,
to one of these. Possibly that one.
Yeah, I think his superstructure is a little bit longer, but shark boat.
Shark boat.
In Sydney, officers still have some concerns about the 2 women who have arrived from Canada.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I'm just going to be straight. You've come from one side of the world to the other for 2 days. You don't know the wedding party, and we're getting cocaine readings off your boots. What do you reckon that sounds like?
It sounds like something's wrong.
The large platform boots have already tested positive to traces of cocaine and are now being tested to check for a concealment.
And based on that, we've got a negative result.
The boots are clear, but officers need to be sure she's not carrying any narcotics internally.
I'm thinking of calling the Federal Police, telling them what my concerns are, and detain you for an internal search and send you to the hospital today and see if you're carrying drugs inside.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking about doing. So what do you think about that?
I don't know. I use those boots when I go to the club.
Right?
When I go to the
So you use them when you go clubbing?
So I don't know why they would have cocaine. Like, I don't use coke.
Okay.
This explanation for the cocaine readings is plausible. And now the officers have one last question for her friend in the other hall.
Why didn't she come on the same flight as you?
Because it was way too expensive. It would have been like $3,000.
After a thorough search, officers are now satisfied both of the women are legitimate travellers.
She was able to eventually answer our questions and allay our suspicions. She was able to explain why she might be getting cocaine readings. It is something that could be picked up in a nightclub. So we have been satisfied that she doesn't present a threat to the border and thus send her on her way.
Customs and Border Protection often discovers narcotic concealments inside footwear. Officers continue to pay close attention to this method of smuggling. Immigration is interviewing a woman and her colleagues to make sure the group's business travel is legitimate.
Are you able to tell me if you've got a plan or an itinerary for this travel?
Anh ấy không, em đi lần đầu
I
tiên.
don't have any agenda, but I just come and have a look, and I am going to see the two boats and I represent our samples. If they are interested, we can go further.
Okay, so you're just going to roam around in whereabouts?
Em chỉ đi ở Sydney thôi anh ạ.
That we went around in Sydney.
Peddling shoes is not the kind of business activity usually associated with senior executives. So Officer Essence wants to look at their products.
So this particular sample that I've got in my hands got the logo or the name of a very well-known brand. It doesn't really appear to be of very good or very high quality. It would appear to be an imitation of that brand.
An American passenger has just arrived via Panama and claims she's here to see if Sydney is the place to spend her upcoming honeymoon.
Why aren't you staying longer than the 4 days?
Well, once I get married, I want to come here. That's why I came to check it out and stuff.
You haven't set a date when you're going to get married, or
probably the end of the year or so.
Know much about Australia?
Nothing at all.
So where are you going to go? In Sydney, or are you going to travel around?
Or stay in Sydney.
Her lack of knowledge about Australia has officers concerned that she is not here as a tourist.
There's no tourist paraphernalia. She's got no camera. Oh, she's got a disposable camera that she's bought. There's a receipt for it that she just bought now.
Did she go to Panama with a boyfriend?
Who'd you go to Panama with?
Huh?
Who'd you go to Panama with?
Myself.
Just by yourself? Mm-hmm. Okay. And who paid for your ticket?
A boyfriend.
Okay. And when did he buy it for you?
About 4 or 5 days ago.
So how much money you got?
I got the 200 and change, and then my boyfriend was going to send me some more. Because I lose money all the time and I spend it too fast.
Officers are suspicious about her vague story and the side trip to Panama. A swab of her luggage will now be tested for traces of narcotics. Immigration has doubts that a group of Vietnamese passengers arriving on business visas actually intend to conduct any legitimate business.
The problem is that when the business visa was granted overseas, it was granted to a business person that would be travelling to Australia for business meetings, not someone dealing in, a very poor product who's going to come and walk the streets and try and see if they can sell their product here in Australia. That's not why the visa was given to these people.
Officers have discovered the woman is carrying a travel itinerary that's in the name of one of the other passengers.
So what is your relationship with Mr. Duong?
Chồng em ạ.
Ta là chồng chị.
Vâng.
Mr. Duong is my husband.
Your husband? All right. I need you to tell me exactly your relationship with every person that you're traveling with and all the family members that you have here in Australia, please.
Anh Dương Thanh Tùng là chồng em này.
Three of us, myself and my husband, my young brother, and my elder sister.
After this surprising revelation, officers will now investigate the business in Vietnam to see if it exists at all.
Radars 1 and 2 should be the Frisco 168 and the Orient.
A surveillance aircraft patrolling the environmentally sensitive Hibernia Reef has identified some suspected poachers.
And did anyone see any signs of diving?
As they found, this guy's got a blue tarp on, so it's a bit hard to see what he's got hiding under there. He could have hoses for bottom fishing, things like that.
Yep.
So he's a definite suspect. On the IR, and this guy looks like he may have a compressor on the back.
Righto.
That certainly makes him illegal.
Yep.
You're not allowed to have that, and it's certainly an indication he has been bottom fishing.
A compressor is used to supply air to a diver poaching valuable marine life, like the sea cucumber from the ocean floor.
Definitely a heat source coming from the back of the boat there.
All right, let's have another look at that. Yeah, I see what you mean.
That heat source is definitely separate from the engine room.
Yep. So can we get any lines? Can we see any hooker lines over the back and maybe some evidence of diving?
Looks like there might be some lines running under this, through this tarp here, just picking up on IR.
Yep.
occur.
Yeah, I agree, actually, yeah. He is diving.
Yep, I agree. Let's
Right.
report this, I reckon, and
That's illegal.
get the Childers onto him.
The crew make contact with the HMAS Childers.
This is Sea Line 01. Affirm.
We're about 30 minutes out from Hibernia
Roger that.
at our current speed.
And we're about to overfly your position at this time.
We've further investigated those vessels and determined that they're possibly conducting illegal activity. They appear to have air compressors on the back of them, which we picked up on infrared camera, and we can actually see hooker lines going over the side of the boat, so they're bottom fishing on Hibernia Reef. That's illegal. And so we've determined that those vessels are acting illegally.
Officers have had a positive cocaine reading from this passenger's luggage, and she has just admitted to using cocaine recently.
So you used about a week ago? You used cocaine about a week ago? Mm-hmm. Where was that? Where did you use?
Where? In the States.
Officers want to know why she is not travelling with her boyfriend, who has paid for her ticket.
He doesn't have a passport, or?
He does, but I guess he's gotta like renew it or something like that.
Is he a US citizen?
I don't know exactly, because something like going on with his papers, but I don't know.
How long have you been together?
About 2 months or so.
Very long.
Just waiting to get a divorce from my husband, so like that me and him can get married.
The officers will now conduct a frisk search. They are still concerned why she would travel from the States via Panama.
It's very odd travel movements for someone that's come such a long way and only here for a short period of time.
As the frisk search begins, the officer almost immediately feels suspicious padding around her body.
We'll have to check it.
Even if she opens up the top, then I'd be satisfied if she's opened up the top and I can see what kind of...
But what about the padding?
But the pad will have to
Immigration has managed to contact a Vietnamese shoe company and discover 4 family members are not senior management, but low-level employees.
The business does exist. However, the positions that the passengers have claimed that they occupy in that business, they were unable to substantiate.
Immigration suspects the family group may have come here permanently to work.
All right, Mrs. Pham, this is your opportunity to comment as to why your visa should not be cancelled.
Mà đã sang đến đây mà để quay lại thì đúng là buồn quá.
Their intention plan is to stay in Australia for 10 or 15 days. But if you cannot allow them to stay that long, you would allow them to stay 5 days.
Thì xấu hổ với công ty quá.
And it would be shameful for them to go back early.
All right. Thank you.
She fails to give a valid explanation for her travel, and for Essence, the decision is clear-cut.
Mrs. Pham, in weighing up the grounds for cancellation, your response does not take away from the fact that you were unable to demonstrate a genuine intention to travel to Australia for business purposes consistent with your visa conditions. I have therefore decided to cancel Mrs. Pham's visa.
What about the padding?
During a frisk search, officers have discovered some unusual padding underneath the clothes of a passenger who's arrived from Panama.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to check, okay?
Why is that?
Because of where you've come from, okay, you've admitted to using drugs, okay? We have to alleviate our suspicions, okay? So we have to do an external search.
Okay.
Are you happy to do that?
I guess.
She's taken to an interview room where the search can be conducted. But before the officers begin, she makes an admission.
She said, why don't I just give it up? That was her words. And I said, what are you trying to say? And she said, I said, are you admitting that you're carrying drugs on you? And she said yes. So she's informed us that she's carrying it in her midriff area, like sort of around her waist. She voluntarily removed it and placed it on the table. She then told us it was cocaine.
The Australian Federal Police are called, and when questioned further, she also admits to carrying drugs internally.
At this stage, we've been told she had half a kilo strapped to her body, probably 200 grams inserted. So yeah, that's a big result to stop that amount to come through.
Australian Customs and Border Protection officers have pulled aside this passenger for a bag search. He's just returned home from a trip to Lebanon.
Has anyone asked you to bring anything into Australia with you today? Have your wife or your friends?
I've got enough weight to bring for myself.
So you said you brought gifts before?
No, I brought gifts, like some stuff.
But no one's asked you to bring
No.
anything into the country?
No.
What's all this, mate?
This one's the copy because you can't get them, what's it called, only copies.
And is this from is it music or
No,
is it?
it's about Quran stuff. You can only get it like that.
The CDs will be checked to make sure they contain no offensive material, and officers will also conduct a swab test of the passenger's luggage.
Okay, this detects for explosives or any illegal substances such as heroin, cocaine, marijuana. Have you come across any of that? You
I
have?
don't use none of them.
You've used it?
I don't use none of them.
Oh, you don't? Do you know anyone who has?
That's a stupid question. Everyone knows.
Well, I'm only asking whether you know anyone.
Yeah,
who
but
has.
everyone knows that someone smokes something like that.
Well, I don't personally.
I don't think so. I think you do.
When passengers arrive off a long flight and find themselves inside an immigration interview room, they are usually nervous or subdued. But not this first-time traveller who is bursting with energy.
I'm very excited. So you see me laughing, you know. It's quite embarrassing. I'm not silly, but I was so excited and all that.
Officers have concerns about some documents that were found in her bags that could indicate she has plans to work illegally.
This lady from Malaysia has been referred from the back of the hall. They did a baggage search on her and found a letter that sort of guides her through the immigration process. The instruction paper that we've got in her baggage is actually from a person in Adelaide.
Yep.
And unless they are closely related friends or, otherwise, what is the purpose, really, of her coming?
Do you like pretty?
Beautiful.
Sir, thank you.
What's the purpose of your visit to Australia?
To visit your beautiful country, sir.
And how long do you intend to stay here?
Maybe 1.5 months, 1 month. It depends how I feel.
Do you have any plans while you're in Australia?
My friends will take me around.
Who are your friends? Who are your friends?
Oh, the people who I'm visiting?
Okay, who are you visiting?
My friends, sir. They're my friends.
Her vague answers are not convincing Officer Ken.
You're not coming here to work, are you?
No, sir. Definitely no. No way, sir.
Brisbane Airport, quarantine officers have x-rayed this passenger's bag and spotted a number of organic items.
He's an Australian nationalist who's come from Malaysia via Brunei. This item here looks like it could be judging by the segments, looks like it could be an apple or an orange, something like that. We've got a few other suspect items here as well. There's nothing declared here on the card, so we might go and have a bit of a chat with him and see what we can find out.
The passenger is
Morning,
given
sir.
another opportunity to declare any items he may be carrying.
Okay, now, are these your bags?
Yes.
Yes, and you pack the bags yourself?
Yes.
So you're fully aware of the contents of the bags?
Yes, I believe so.
Yep, and the bags and the contents, do they belong to you?
Well, it must be.
Yes, okay.
As soon as the bag is open, Officer Phil finds packets of rice and tea.
This is candidate's food, okay? Because obviously you're going to eat this, aren't you?
Yes, true.
That is the plan?
Yes,
okay. That counts as food. Now, is there any reason why you didn't declare that?
Because I didn't think of that. I'm more thinking about that it's like a tea.
Yep.
Because it's been processed.
Okay, well, the fact of the matter is it does still say any food.
But it's what's discovered next that could land this traveller in even more trouble.
Okay, what is that? Would you like to tell me why it was concealed inside the shoe?
Back in Sydney, officers conduct a swab test on this passenger's luggage for traces of narcotics. The test is negative for any illegal narcotics. But back at the bench, Officer Nestor has come across something of real concern. He's found a set of knuckle dusters, which are classed as a weapon.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
What is it?
What do you think?
Can you just give the gentleman a nice answer? Just answer the question. Don't give him attitude, just answer the question.
No, I'm not giving him attitude. He's asking me a lot of questions.
He just said you know what it is.
Just check whatever you want to check and don't ask me anything then.
So you don't want to answer the question?
No, don't ask me then. If you're not happy with what I'm saying, don't ask me. Isn't that lighter? Check it, lighter, isn't it? Isn't that a whistle? Yeah, of course it's a whistle. So why are you asking me for?
So he's asking you, do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what is it. Don't you know it?
So what is it?
Whatever it is.
Supervising Officer Dave steps in to try and get some straight answers.
Why have you got a knuckle duster?
I bought it.
For what? I mean,
Just bought it.
So why did you buy it?
Why would you buy something?
Well, I don't know if I'll be going out buying
If
this,
you like
but
something, you buy it. I like it, I'll buy it.
I mean, what I'm getting at, do you use this sort of thing?
I don't know.
That sort of stuff?
If I have to, I'll use it.
It's either illegal, that's just it. That's why we're taking it off.
He may not be smiling for long. Officers have just located something that appears far more dangerous. International Express Mail is popular with criminal networks attempting to get their contraband into Australia quickly. That's why officers check packages closely, like this one arriving from Brazil.
The declaration is consistent with the image. It says textbook, so there is a book in there, but you'd expect a plain old book. Something straight up and down would be a square, none of these strange different areas. There seems something cut out here maybe, bit of a darker area, a border around.
Because of these inconsistencies, Officer Kane will take the package to a testing room for further inspection.
It's kind of dressed up like a birthday present, gift wrap maybe.
Inside the wrapping is a textbook and a children's book, as well as a birthday card.
Appears to be a birthday gift. A blank card. Immediately, alarm bells ring.
In immigration, officers suspect this giddy passenger is heading to Adelaide to work, but she claims she is just going to visit friends.
What are their names?
I've been calling them Rajesh.
Rajesh.
Dr. Rajesh. Yeah.
Dr. Rajesh.
Yeah, Dr. Rajesh.
And how do you know Dr. Rajesh?
From a family friend, from another family friend, yes.
Did he invite you here?
Yeah, they invite me here.
Okay. Who paid for your trip here?
They paid.
Oh, they paid. Dr. Rajesh
Yes,
paid.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
How much money did you bring with you?
$100, sir.
Is that all?
Australian. Yes, sir, because they're going to provide everything. And then when I leave, I'll pay back from Malaysia, sir.
Does he have any children at all, do you know?
Yeah, they have 2 children.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are they? Are they young?
Yeah, 3 years and 1.5 almost.
1.5 and 3
yeah.
years. He's not going to pay you to look after the children, is he?
No, sir.
You
Definitely
sure?
no. Yes, sir. I'm not going to stay here for long.
Okay.
Ken still can't rule out the possibility she will need to work to fund her stay.
She's here with a minimal amount of money, like he's only got $100 in her pocket. He's got 2 young kids. You know, it could be a babysitting thing.
A set of illegal knuckle dusters have been found in the bags of a passenger returning from Lebanon. But what officers have found now may not be as lethal as they appear.
Is this a lighter as well, this one?
Yeah, it's a lighter. Here.
It's butane. No, it's all right.
I'll show you.
Down the bottom.
Press it here.
Along with the knuckle duster that was located during the baggage search, the officer did also find two cigarette lighters, but one of them was made out of a rather large spent cartridge. But because it was a cartridge and it was spent, that is also prohibited.
But there's still one more problem to deal with before he's free to go.
What for this, mate? Cigarettes? Oh, cigars.
Cigars.
The cigars are double the allowable tobacco limit, and he will now need to either pay the duty on the lot or leave them behind.
250 grand, can I take 250
No,
grand?
unfortunately now that it becomes one item, the laws have changed some years ago, and now it all becomes the one item.
I don't think he wanted to pay the duty and GST on his tobacco, but he still has time to do that, so we've held on to those. We've seized the knuckle duster. He's completely understood why we've done that. I made it very plain why we've done those things. We've answered a lot of questions that we had initially, and we've decided to let him go.
Would you like to tell me why it was concealed inside the shoe? It wasn't sitting in the top of the bag.
No, honestly, I have no idea.
A fairly obvious sort of attempt to keep it out of the way.
Yes, I believe you're right.
And we've got 2 more here as well.
Yes.
So can you explain to me how these end up being put inside your shoes?
Good question.
So did you pack the bag yourself?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Did you put these into the shoes and into your bag?
No.
So who is responsible for that?
Well, I'm responsible for that because it's my bag and my shoes and I packed it.
Legally, yes, you are. That's the point that I'm trying to get across. Quarantine regulations are the same all around Australia.
That's another...
We've got another one here as well. Is it the same as these ones?
I don't know.
It sure is.
Yes, it is the same.
Also, the fact that you're a regular traveller is going to count against you because you really should know better. Very, very serious matter today. Aside from that, these items here, being concealed in the shoe, really does not look good.
It's still unclear what type of fruit they are dealing with, and if any other prohibited items are found concealed, he could be prosecuted and face a fine of up to $60,000. In immigration, this woman claims she's only here to visit a family in Adelaide, but officers suspect she's come to work as a babysitter.
Was there any arrangements between you and the doctor about him paying money to you while you were here?
No way. He's just going to look after me, he pay for me, and I'm here for a short while, so for a visit, that's it.
Ken phones the doctor in Adelaide to get his side of the story.
How long have you known Elamar? Okay. We have concerns here. She's only turned up here with $100 in her pocket and she's got no credit cards. The other concern we have is that you and your wife are both working. Who looks after the children?
If the doctor doesn't verify her story, she could be on the next flight back to Malaysia.
All right, doctor, okay, bye. After speaking to him, he's...
Particularly that the children are already in childcare.
Oh, they're already in childcare. Yeah, he said, yeah, they go 3 or 4 days a week.
Here, isn't it?
Yeah.
The children are very young.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know that. But I think she understands that she's not there to work. A few niggling doubts there, but there's not enough to consider cancelling a visa at this stage. Now, Elamar.
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're only on a tourist visa?
I'm very well understand, sir.
You very well understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Elamar, look, we're going to let you go now, okay?
You, sir.
You're welcome. Don't work.
Yes, of course.
Okay. All right.
Course.
Okay.
Oh.
Not a problem. All right?
Sir.
Enjoy yourself.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, dear me, dear, oh, dear.
For unknown reasons, Elamar returned to Malaysia 3 days later.
Bye.
Officer Kane is concerned that these gift-wrapped children's books aren't as innocent as they seem.
A little bit old.
They've been sent from Brazil, supposedly as a present, but the card inside is mysteriously blank.
Generally, if you're sending a gift, you'd be writing in the card a birthday message. There's nothing in here. This is a bit tatty. It's pretty poor packaging. That's another indicator of something amiss with the package. It's obvious to me that there could be something going wrong here. So.
Officer Kane will now inspect the book closely, looking for the inconsistencies shown on the X-ray image.
What I recall, there was this plastic item that I was interested in, some smaller bordered areas which are explained by this, and a large bordered area about a third, maybe half of this book in size. So that's what I'm looking for now. Really, with the size of this, here we go. It's pretty poorly put together. Obviously, that's not what's supposed to be there.
At Brisbane Airport, officers have discovered strange fruit in the bags of this passenger. But it's not the only prohibited item he's failed to declare.
Now, what are these items that we've got
This is, I just put in the hat, just to make it not to be squashed.
It seems a very odd thing to be carrying seeds inside your hat to not crush the hat. All right, I'll get you to wait here for just a sec, sir. I'm going to have a chat with my supervisor about this one.
No problem.
I'll be with you in a second.
Okay.
He's admitted to me that the durian seeds he's placed there himself. The other items, the larger brown ones, he actually had concealed inside his shoes. And he says he doesn't know how they got there. And I ran through the questions with him twice. I asked him if he had packed the bag, if he was aware of the contents of the bag, and if it belonged to him. He said yes on all accounts.
I'll just have a chat to customs. I don't think we should communicate anymore, okay?
Inside this children's book, Officer Kane has made a startling discovery.
Inside a book, you'd expect to find sheets of cardboard. You would not expect to find a brown taped package surrounded by carbon paper.
A sample will now be taken to confirm a narcotic concealment.
I only need the tiniest amount for my test. So that's enough for me to do a presumptive test on to find out what we believe that powder to be.
With the package originating from South America, Officer Kane will use a cocaine test kit.
I've broken the pink ampoule. I can see little flecks of blue where it's hitting the white powder, so that's a good start. That's a positive result for cocaine, so presumptive result for cocaine. So we'll proceed with that as a cocaine concealment. and we'll refer it to the Australian Federal Police.
A returning Australian is claiming that he was not aware of exotic fruit hidden inside a pair of shoes that he bought in a Malaysian market.
So what you're trying to tell us is that you don't know how these got into these shoes. You bought these from the markets and they just happened to be there.
Well,
but
could be.
there was a fifth seed which we found in the side of the bag, wrapped up in this black plastic bag.
Yes.
Can you explain to me how that came to be?
I'd love to. I'd love to explain, but I don't know.
The items are identified as snake fruit, and the decision is made to begin proceedings for a prosecution. Officers from Customs and Border Protection will now become involved.
Because of what we have located in your bag, I'm going to caution you today, okay? So you do not have to say or do anything, but anything that you do say or do may be used in evidence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
The passenger is taken to a room, and the officers will conduct a full baggage exam and record an interview to build the case for a prosecution. Today, in Sydney, a dog gave a positive reaction to this French passenger, and he's been referred to officers in the customs hall for further questioning.
What's happened at the moment is we've had a fairly strong dog indication at the primary line. We've processed the passenger at the primary line. We've brought him through. I've had a bit of a chat to him. He's basically started with saying that he's never touched drugs in his life. I've basically got him down to he's just had a smoke of cannabis before he's got onto the plane, which happens a lot in this scenario. So we brought him through. We're just about to have his bag searched, and yeah, we're going to take it from there.
A rookie detector dog that's just completed his training is about to get his first real test on this somewhat nervous man.
We're just going to get another dog, okay, to come over and search, all right?
Oh, yeah, can you do that? No?
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'll just get you to stand here like this for me, all right? Won't be a minute. All right, we'll get the dog.
This New Zealander has just arrived from Auckland and has been pulled aside by immigration because he admitted to criminal convictions on his incoming passenger card. After the initial questioning at the primary line, he claims he has only come to Australia to visit his girlfriend.
See, normally when a New Zealander comes in, they're granted a special category visa, but because of the offences, he's not eligible for a special category visa. So we are going to have a talk to him to see what he's actually doing here, what he's going to be doing here. See, I mean, he may be refused entry, I don't know. Why have you come to Australia, Tony?
I just come check it out, actually.
Okay. And what will you be doing here?
I'm not sure. Sightseeing and see if I can get a part-time job.
Do you have a job in New Zealand?
I had one, yeah.
Are you still employed now?
No, I left.
Do you have any money with you?
About $200.
Okay. Now, when I spoke to you before, you mentioned something about a girlfriend. Is she expecting you here today?
Yep, she knows I'm coming.
Okay. What's her name?
Tina.
How long have you known her?
Not long.
But she was a supposed girlfriend.
I didn't really think that was my girlfriend, but...
So she's not a girlfriend, she's just a girl and she's a friend?
Well, I think so.
You think so? What does she think?
I don't know.
Officer Ken is becoming increasingly concerned, and he will now need to question the passenger about his criminal past to find out whether he poses a threat while in Australia.
What was the main conviction for? I know you've got other convictions.
That one.
Which was?
Aggravated robbery.
contents of all these bags? And everything belongs to you? Yes. Yep, OK, well, look at this bag here.
A Chinese student has not declared anything on his incoming passenger card, but an X-ray shows organic material within his baggage.
The image on the X-ray indicates to me that there's potential quarantine risk material, primarily food, and the reason I say that is, so here we've got some sachets, so it might indicate that this is food here. And this item here, I have no idea what that is. It's quite an unusual shape, so I've asked the officer to have a look.
OK, this wasn't declared. What else do we have in this bag that you haven't declared?
Tea. The tea is of no concern, but the officer has found something that is very valuable and definitely considered high risk.
You want to tell me what this is? Because I know what it is.
You want a drink of water? You all right? If you have nothing on you, you have nothing to be worried about.
A rookie drug detector dog is about to get his first real test on a nervous French passenger.
Classic indication is the dog will actually, the dog will come a little bit more frantic, come a little bit more excited. So that was basically enough for us to tell us that the dog has indicated that there was a target odour in the area.
The officers prepared to conduct a frisk search when the passenger makes a startling admission that he's hiding drugs.
Yeah, it's just where it's located in your underwear, is it?
No, it's my...
I want to ask you about your convictions. What was the main conviction for? I know you've got other convictions.
That one.
Which was?
Aggravated robbery.
This New Zealand passenger's violent criminal past may prevent him from crossing the border. Officer Ken will need to find out the details of the robbery.
So what did you actually do?
I drove and sat in my car.
Yeah, and what did the other two do?
We didn't rob a shop or anything. They just stood over little kids or kids on the road. But the judge said mine was worse because I drove them there and drove out.
How long ago was that?
I was 17.
That was, what, 7 years ago?
Mm-hmm. Basically, it was dumb.
Yeah,
I know that
exactly.
now, but it's too late.
Okay.
But I learned my lesson from that.
What other convictions have you got?
I just, all driving, I disqualified.
How many?
7.
Do you still have a licence?
No.
The criminal convictions are not helping the passenger's chances of being allowed to enter the country.
Well, he's basically just coming here to look for work. He's unemployed in New Zealand. He's got a supposed girlfriend who lives in Liverpool, who doesn't even know his second name. So we've got to weigh up all those options with a view of either letting him in or refusing him entry.
A detector dog working at the baggage carousel has had a positive reaction to this American woman.
Yeah, because up there the dog just had a bit of interest around your body.
I thought because he was attracted to me. Well, I pack all my bags and whatever you need to do, just do it.
She travels to Australia frequently and she's here to sing.
Call me, I'm going to consider as an evangelist. I'm a music evangelist. Okay. And I am known as the Sister Down Under. I will praise you, O Lord, among the people. I will sing praises to you among the nations.
Officer Gina is concerned that the passenger could be carrying something illegal on her body.
Is that your normal hair?
No. As a matter of fact, oh, guys, you guys are bad. It's a wig, and I've got about 4 more others in there, too.
You know the dogs had a positive reaction
That's what the gentleman, that's what he said.
Had a very positive reaction to your lower half.
Quarantine officers have discovered an unusual food item in the bag of this Chinese student.
From bird's nest.
Yeah, it's a bird's nest. It's prohibited.
What we found in that passenger's bag is a large quantity of what we call swallow spit, or more commonly known as bird's nest. What that is basically the regurgitated spit of a swallow bird, and it's the nest that they make from that regurgitated product. It's primarily used for therapeutic or medicinal purposes. It's used for general health and well-being.
Yeah, very nice. I know, but it's prohibited into Australia. Question 6 and question 7. Would you like to read that?
Officer Greg wants the student to realise where he went wrong on his passenger car.
What's R?
The food.
Right. Okay. You've answered no. As I said prior to inspection...
But I forgot this one, but this one is my mother.
It doesn't matter. It's in your bag. It's your responsibility.
Yeah.
What's in the bag. You obviously understood the questions. You completed the passenger car in your own language. This officer is going to explain to you about this product.
Okay. So you use that in soup or cooking?
Yeah, for cooking.
Okay. How much is that worth? Do you know?
$2,000, $3,000.
$2,000, $3,000?
Maybe more.
Okay. It is prohibited entry to Australia because it is an animal product, okay? So we don't allow it in.
It's just where it's located in your underwear, is it?
No, it's my...
Okay, all right. These officers will just, they'll take you in the interview room, okay, all right, and they'll have a chat to you, all right?
What I will have a prison or no? So I thought it was not a problem here. I took just one joint.
All right, he's got a joint, all right? So I might get you guys to cautioning, yeah, okay, Sabrina?
I'm going to caution you. You do not have to say or do anything. But
He's basically admitted to us that he's got a quantity of cannabis resin, which is commonly known as hash, and he's basically got that firmly inserted between his butt cheeks.
Just want to pack all your bags onto your trolley, okay?
Yeah. So what'll happen now, we'll take it off to the interview room, we'll give him a body search, just make sure he hasn't got any more that he says he has, and we'll finalise the process in there.
Immigration officers are discussing the case of this New Zealand passenger. His conviction for aggravated robbery may prevent him from being allowed entry into Australia.
We've got to take into account he was only young when this happened.
How many years ago was it?
About 7 years ago. He's only 24 now.
Right. So he was 17?
He was 17.
Right.
And he was...
Started young.
He was part of a robbery, but he was the driver of the car.
Right.
What did he declare on when he gave his declaration?
12 months suspended he put down, but he had 4 months first and then struck it out 2 months. So he's got 3 of them listed. 99, 2001, 2005.
There's a lot of driving offences.
Possession of pipe and plant, 5.
Yeah, and he's unemployed back home.
He is?
He's unemployed.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's another thing.
He's unemployed, and one of the reasons he's coming here is to look for part-time wanted to stay for 3 months. Now, obviously, if he finds a job, he'll probably stay a bit longer.
Okay.
He's got nothing to go back to in New Zealand.
For immigration to make a final decision, Officer Ken will need to ask the passenger a few more questions.
Do you agree you have a substantial criminal record?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Do you agree that if you are allowed to enter or remain in Australia, there is a significant risk that you would engage in criminal conduct?
What do you want me to say?
Yes or no?
No. I'm here for a good time, man. I don't want to do anything stupid.
An American gospel singer has come to the attention of officers after a drug detector dog reacted to her at the baggage carousel.
Because the dog's reacted, we need to do a frisk search on her body to make sure that there is nothing of interest of customs there. Yeah. You know the dog's had a positive reaction to you. That's what the gentleman, that's what he said. It had a very positive reaction to your lower half, actually to your bum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but you can do whatever you need to do. I'm fine with it.
You've been searched before?
No.
Tarek's here.
Echo 3, Echo 3, Yankee 4. I'm going to detain you for the purpose of a frisk search.
Okay.
I would like you to read both sides of the card for me, please.
I get along pretty good until I have to read something. Okay, the customer.
Have you read and understood the card?
Yes, I have.
Do you consent to the frisk search? Stand like that. If your legs slightly apart, this officer will start from behind.
Okay.
Okay, and if you feel uncomfortable at any time, just say stop.
Quarantine has discovered rare and very expensive birds' nests in the bag of this Chinese student.
So on this occasion, because you didn't declare this prohibited item, you'll be issued on-the-spot fine of $220. Okay.
He also faces losing the precious nests that are made from bird saliva and are worth $3,000 a kilo.
It's quite a common product that comes out of China. Workers will construct a scaffolding made out of sticks and bamboo and climb up into the caves to retrieve that. And it's a highly dangerous way to retrieve that product, and that is why it's so expensive. There's one option I can give you, besides putting it in the bin, is that you can have the opportunity to post it back to your home at your expense. Is that what you'd like to do today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll get you to sort out the infringement notice.
Do you mind running your fingers through? Yeah. Right, that's fine. No worries.
Officers were concerned this gospel singer may have been concealing drugs after a reaction from a drug detector dog.
Sometimes I used to be kind of scared of dogs, so when I was standing and he came behind me, I saw him brush up against me, but I turned around and looked back, and when I was okay, and when he was down kind of like on the lower, and like I thought I didn't really pay it any mind.
So, after a thorough search, Customs are satisfied this gospel singer from Mississippi isn't bringing anything illegal into Australia, and she is very happy to be on her way.
Amazing grace shall always be my song of praise.
We were thinking that she may be concealing narcotics on her body, but she ended up being a very lovely lady.
Was so lost, but right now in the Australian airport I've been found.
Do you agree that you have a substantial criminal record? You've been sentenced to a term of imprisonment of 12 months or more.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Immigration are trying to determine if this convicted criminal could pose a threat if he is allowed to enter the country.
Do you want to give us any further information that you may consider relevant to your case when we make a decision?
Let me in. Let me stay.
Yeah, you just want to come in and you just want to stay there?
Yeah.
The outcome is not looking good. With his criminal past, immigration aren't left with many options.
Look, I think he doesn't have any compelling, compassionate reasons for us to consider border visa, I suppose. So I guess there's not much for us to consider in terms of giving him a border visa, I suppose. I think there still would be risk for him to be in the Australian community.
Okay, Tony. Tony, I've just discussed your case with the management, and look, there's no compelling reasons to let you into Australia today, okay? So, as a result, you're going to be refused clearance here.
Cool. So I was just going now then.
No, just wait there. You're now in immigration detention.
Oh, really?
It's just that means we'll just keep you here until we work out when we can get you out. Hopefully it'll be sometime today.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah, hopefully. So you understand what's going on now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Sucks. I might come back, yeah. Maybe. Thanks.
A young passenger from France has been taken to a private room after admitting to officers that he's concealing drugs.
We'll detain him or frisk him.
Yeah, okay.
He's just worried that we're going to cancel his visa and send him back now.
While in the private room, the passenger removes a small block of cannabis resin known commonly as hashish or hash.
He's a lot calmer now that he's removed it. Still a bit nervous because he's not quite sure what's going to happen to him.
The passenger was interviewed at length by the Australian Federal Police, but because the quantity of hashish was only 0.003 of a gram and that he had no criminal record, he was cautioned by the AFP and was allowed to go.
We're very happy the way this has happened today. Look, the significance of the seizure in a customs perspective isn't that great, but for our dog unit and our dog's development, yeah, it's a really good seizure, so yeah, a great result for the dogs.
It's justice, I think. They say to me that if they find me another time with drugs, I will go to prison, I think, to jail.
I think in the back of the mind he'll think twice about doing something like that again. A silly move at the end of the day for the amount of gear that was found and for the amount of torment he's gone through over the last sort of half an hour or so. Yeah, I think he's learned his lesson.
This passenger has arrived for a holiday with virtually no baggage at all.
This passenger has come off a flight this morning, straight out of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. He's only got one small bag, which is just his personal items in the luggage, so we're going to just do our regular search. He's actually declared some food items, so we'll have a look at what he's declared and go from there.
Quarantine may need to be called in to inspect his snack food. But first, Customs and Border Protection officers want to know his reasons for visiting Sydney.
What are you going to see? What are you going to do?
I go to tours, holiday tours.
Holiday tours?
See.
Yep. Do you know anything in particular? Can you name something in Sydney that you want to see?
I want to see Blue Mountain.
Blue Mountains?
Blue Mountain.
Officers want to be sure he's a legitimate tourist, so they'll conduct a narcotic trace detection test.
I'm going to get another one for the bag as well. You have no contact with drugs or narcotics?
No.
You don't use drugs?
No.
Never?
Never.
All right, that's good.
It's 4 a.m. in Adelaide's outer suburbs, and immigration compliance officers are about to launch an operation to locate 3 people suspected of living and working illegally in Australia.
So this morning we're trying to locate 3 Vietnamese UNCs. Their visas expired roughly about 8 or 9 months ago from the information that we've got. They came in on tourist visas and overstayed. Once we've set up the cordon, then I'll approach the front door and we'll execute the warrant. Any questions? Okay, let's go, guys. Good morning, man. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Ashley. I'm from the Department of Immigration. I have a search warrant for this premise, and I've got officers here that are going to search through the house for people. Okay? Thank you. Just want to take a seat down in the lounge room.
Officers are just moving around the property, searching to make sure that there's actually no one that is hiding on the property. So although information says there are 3 people here, we need to be sure that there's no other people hiding here as well.
So far, 3 people have been found, but identifying them is proving difficult.
Just a bit worried about her in there.
It's just a lady's gone into that bedroom. She's on the phone. Can you go in there and get her off, please?
Officers are concerned she could be attempting to warn someone else about the operation.
Hang up.
She said that, can she call her relative?
She can in a minute. We just need to positively ID her first, and then she can make the call.
The man located on the property is not assisting officers with their investigation either.
Yeah, if you could just sit down, please, sir.
Got one male inside the house. He's claiming to be an Australian citizen at this point in time. He doesn't have an Australian passport.
So do you have any identification here in the house with you? Under the warrant that we have, we can search the premise for identification. Yeah. So it's a lot easier if you present your identification to us now.
To stop prohibited goods arriving in Australia through the post, quarantine and Customs and Border Protection carefully screen every letter and parcel.
That's an interesting one. I think we'll have a look at that. It looks a bit like a big sausage with something in it. Looking at the X-ray, it's really hard to say what it is. There's a concealment, or what appears to be a concealment of some kind in there. You can see cracks, little lumpy bits.
The package is first opened by Australia Post and taken to a testing room for inspection.
Oh, it's well wrapped. Lots of bubble wrap. Oh, what have we got here? Some sort of either powdery or crystal substance inside the rolling pin. I've got to say it's a little bit suspicious. You wouldn't expect a rolling pin to come with something stuffed inside it.
Officer Annette will take a swab that will be tested for traces of narcotics.
I'll swab it across the top, around the edges, down the sides, and that'll give us a presumptive reading if there's anything along there. I'll put that in and take 7 seconds, and it'll give us a reading if there's anything on there that shouldn't be. And it's come up with cocaine. Drugs detected, cocaine.
Yankee 1, Yankee 1, Yankee 3.
Officers are questioning this Singaporean man who's arrived in Sydney with barely any luggage.
Have you been in trouble with the police before? Never been in trouble with any sort of police? All right.
They're awaiting results of a narcotic swab taken from his wallet. It's negative, but his lack of personal belongings still intrigues officers.
You don't have many clothes, though. That's it.
After testing his wallet, officers will now swab his bag and its contents.
I think, yeah, it was positive for heroin.
I'm bad tourist.
In Perth, Svetlana's arrived home from an Italian holiday, but her souvenir salami is causing quarantine some concern.
No, I'm hungry. I won't eat it.
You can't eat it in here. I have to, of course.
I buy it in Italy.
I realise that.
In duty free, and I think no problem.
Passengers are asked to declare all of their food on arrival. Not doing so can be costly.
Because we've got meat in here, and meat's a very high-risk item to us. Have you heard of foot and mouth? It's a disease that comes through with cattle and meat, and that's why we don't allow any meat into Australia when it's cooked or done through us, okay, for you. And when you bring meat in, it can cost you up to $220 for a fine. When you bring something in like this to Australia, I'll be back in a minute, all right?
I'm buying duty free in packet. What's the problem? I'm ready to eat now and go. And no pay money.
Yep. He'll be a little while.
As daylight breaks on a market farm in Adelaide, officers have strong suspicions these two women living in the house have overstayed their visas. The man, who was also located, remains inside, and officers are struggling to identify him.
We've been here for about an hour and a half speaking to that gentleman. He wasn't able to produce any photo ID, and that led officers to suspect that he wasn't who he said he was.
All three people will now be taken to the immigration office for a formal interview, and officers will try and uncover how long they have all been here and what they have been up to. The two women are interviewed in one room, and in another, Officer Nick interviews the man with the help of an interpreter.
This gentleman presented us with a false ID. He maintained that identity for around about an hour or so, but was making lots of mistakes in information we were asking him about that ID. Subsequently, he gave up his real ID to us. We've explored that identity and we're satisfied that he is actually the person that he claims to be now.
Have you worked since you've been in Australia?
Yeah, just working the farm ever since I arrived in Australia.
OK, so the place that we picked you up from today, how long have you been living there for?
1 month.
OK, and for the month that you've been there, where have you been working? Do you know the name of the farm?
Yeah, they didn't tell.
He has already tried to mislead officers with lies and false identities, and Officer Nick has concerns he is still withholding important information.
OK, just to let you know that we need you to be as upfront and honest as what you can with us. Not telling me the truth and not being honest with me is not going to help your situation.
Drugs detected, cocaine.
A swab test of a glass rolling pin has indicated there are traces of cocaine. And now Officer Annette is taking a sample of the suspicious white powder.
It's certainly not flour. It's crunchy and sticks.
The sample is placed into a narco pouch that tests for opiates, MDMA and amphetamines.
OK, that's not coming up. It changes colour, as you can see, according to what would be in it. We're not getting any result there, so what I'll do is test it on street lab just to triple check and make sure, because we've already got the presumptive indication there that there was something around it.
The street lab machine is another option to test the substance.
The street labs works by laser principle, and it shines a laser beam through the base where we place our sample, and it has a database in it of particular substances that we often come in contact and are searching for. OK, we'll see what reading it brings us back with. It's too sus to let go without testing it thoroughly. No substances found.
With that reading, Officer Annette is confident there's nothing of concern within the rolling pin. It will be repackaged and forwarded on to its intended recipient.
I mean, we don't look at it for novelty value. We look at it because we think there might be something in it, or it in itself is a prohibited item, and for that reason we'll investigate it until we're sure it's not, and then we're happy to let it go.
This passenger says he's never been in contact with drugs, but a test of his personal belongings has come back positive.
It's come out from the inside of his bag, and it's positive for heroin and a small part for LSD.
The machine tests for traces, so it doesn't necessarily mean narcotics are present in his baggage. Officers will now check everything, just in case.
I'm just going to x-ray this bag through here, OK, to the machine, all right? I'm just looking at this gentleman's bag, just to make sure that there is no concealments in there. That's just the outside of the bags there, so it looks pretty clean. That's just the railings there. And it looks pretty clean.
Officers will now take a closer look at its contents, including the food.
We're going to do swabs to work out where we're getting ready from. What's that? Is that supposed to be fragrant, crispy entry?
That doesn't look like that.
What's that? Powder?
Eat one.
You eat it. Is it supposed to be biscuits?
Like that one now, white one.
Like that, biscuits. I don't like biscuits.
Healthy one. Why is the bottom open?
Yeah, I don't know.
In South Australia, immigration has confirmed that this man has been working on a tourist visa that actually expired 14 months ago.
Yeah, he said that he wants to stay in Australia so he can earn some more money, so he can send the money back home and in the future he can come back here.
Now, his only chance of staying in Australia could be immigration granting him a non-working bridging visa.
If we were to look at granting you a bridging visa today, we would require a security bond of around about $20,000. Okay, I'm just going to go have a chat with my manager in regards to a bridging visa application.
The impression that I get from the answers that he's provided isn't that he's looking at departing.
I agree with you. I'm with you. I think his intentions are to stay here.
We need to allow him the chance to lodge the bridging visa here if he wants to do it.
Yep, and obviously he'll remain until that's decided.
Yep.
Yep.
The man is informed that he will be held at a detention centre while his application for a bridging visa is assessed. But due to the breach of his previous visa, his chances are slim.
Yeah, he said he liked to live in Australia. He has no choice but to do what he does. He understands that it's not good to be breaching the conditions of the visa.
Officers have also confirmed that the two Vietnamese women had been working illegally on the farm.
They were overstayers from visitor visas. They were actually listed as missing persons by their family. We've allowed them to contact their family. They'll be put into an immigration detention facility for a few days until we can arrange for a flight home for them.
Quarantine officers are establishing whether Svetlana declared a salami that she purchased in Italy.
No, she said to me she had dried pasta and cakes. No mention of the meat. Did you ask her why she didn't declare it?
She thinks it's duty-free. She's just gone that way.
Yeah, but she's well-travelled.
Svetlana's keen to reunite with her partner.
Man.
But she has to face quarantine first.
Okay. When we looked through your passport, you've been to Australia 3 times before.
Yeah.
So you should have known that you can't bring any food in without declaring
Sorry,
it of
my
any sort.
English not good. I'm really not understand it.
I've spoken to my officer and she's actually said that I have to give
What, I
a
have
fine for bringing this in. All right?
You take my
Okay.
food?
I will be taking this, yes. Won't be taking that, but will be taking this, and I will be issuing you a $220 fine.
Why?
Because this is a high-risk item. So I just need you to stay there and I will get the paperwork for it.
Maybe not. Maybe no money.
Well, so I have to do the paperwork and we can sort that out in a minute.
Cry. I'm start crying now.
Some biscuits?
No. Well,
It's like kimchi oda.
crispy entry. Fabulous crispy entry.
A packet of food found in this passenger's bag shows signs of tampering, and officers are concerned about what may be inside.
Just swab this for us. It's supposed to be this crispy entry stuff. It looks like it's pretty powdery. I don't know what it is. Yeah?
Chances are what's inside that actual packet isn't crisps, as it says on the outside of the packet. From what it's showing us here on the machine, it looks like it's heroin.
Do you know what this is?
No lah, can eat one now. Can eat one now. Can eat one now.
You can eat it? You can eat it.
Despite the passenger insisting the contents are edible, officers have no choice but to open the packet.
It's got like some double-sided tape there. It's very sticky, very hard to get open. Yeah, as you can see, there's already some white powder there, just hanging out.
In Perth, Svetlana is being fined $220 for not declaring a souvenir Italian salami.
Maybe I can not pay money.
No, you will. It is actually a quin that I've been asked to issue you by the senior officers, so that's what I have to do.
And now I'm a very bad person in Australia?
No, we've just got on our records that you have done it. Okay.
Today I don't like Australia.
You just sign the amount, just here.
Reluctantly, Svetlana pays her $220 fine and at last is reunited with her husband. They will have to make alternative plans for dinner tonight without salami.
I think she was just more wanting a quicker way out. She needs to declare everything and then let us, the quarantine officers, make the decision whether you can keep it or not.
This passenger insists he's carrying nothing more than food across the border, but officers have made a startling discovery.
And yeah, some blocks of white powder, not our crisp biscuits that's supposed to be in there.
Initial testing found traces of heroin. Now Officer Mary will conduct a more definitive test.
Some of the acid in here should react to the powder, and the colour we're looking for is this green colour here. So just agitate it a little bit, and straight away we should see a green colour. And as you can see, it's green straight away. That tells us that there's heroin present there.
There's more food officers are yet to inspect.
These ones feel different. Look at that.
Okay. Do you know what's in here? Do you know what's in here? What's in here? What's this? What is it?
This one out. This one, eat one.
You eat it? All right, stop there. That's white powder as well.
What problem?
We're going to go into a room and I'll explain to you everything, okay? Just follow us.
With the discovery of several suspected narcotic concealments, officers will inform the passenger of his rights. The remaining food items will also be tested.
It looks like it's been opened up and...
This granola bar is actually a stick of white powder, and it too tests positive for traces of heroin. The passenger is now handed over to the Australian Federal Police. And later, during a further inspection, it was revealed the man was actually carrying an incredible assortment of innocent-looking products, all stuffed with heroin.